What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. As you guys know, there is a dusty beef going on right now between the no talent and the red pill. There are three of them that we are going to talk about right now, and there is Sneako the grifter. Now, Sneako is a anti-black hater. He's part Haitian, actually, not that much, but part of it is Haitian. He's more Asian than anything, and he's a guy that got kicked off of YouTube. Very similar to Andrew Tate, but with Sneako, he was pretty much on Andrew Tate's testicles. Okay, he would do anything that Andrew Tate wanted. He's basically trying to be Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate became Muslim, he became Muslim. If Andrew Tate would have become a booty clapper, he would have enrolled at Clap House University and got his cheeks slapped too. Whatever Andrew Tate would have did, he would have did. But now the thing that I want to talk to you about these guys is that in these manosphere spaces, and I've been through this situation before in the black manosphere, these guys come together based on their dislike for things. They don't come together to do anything positive. And this was the issue that happened in the black manosphere community. When we were coming together, it was because we were upset at how things were in the community as black men, and black men didn't have a voice, and we needed to vent our frustration. It was nothing more than that at first. Then once some people tried to do different things, it just didn't correlate, and then guys started fighting. Okay? This is the same thing that happened with us. We went to war with Crystal and Karazin for a while. Once we won that, then we started fighting each other. Why? No real direction. And you're gonna see this is the case with these guys. Now, Sneako, Andrew Tate, Myron, all of these guys are anti-Israel, anti-black, anti-LGBTQ, anti-liberal, okay? They're all red pill ragers, so they shouldn't have any reason to fight, but they do. Check this out.
I have to point out the obvious. There's clearly been some sort of anger, some sort of jealousy, or perhaps some sort of emotional attachment to whatever, because I have been publicly defending Andrew Tate. Everybody has seen it relentlessly for years, to the point where it was a meme, where I was taking hits on my own reputation, to where people were making fun, oh, you're glazing, taco, all this stuff. When they were in jail, do you know the amount of people that I had to debate, the amount of people that I had to go against defending your case? Never heard a word of thanks, never heard a word of consolation. That's fine. The truth is more important. I don't need to get approval. I don't care. If there's something incorrect happening to one of my brothers, I'm going to go and speak up for them. But very clear what everybody sees, you have not acknowledged any of that. You've never said a word of anything positive. The first time you speak about me is negative and trying to tear down what I've brought, to try to tear down my career. In fact, you said that you were going to end my career, that you want to end everything that I've built. That's the first acknowledgement from the person, probably the most famous person in my generation by far, who's the day one when you got locked up. It was me. You're innocent. This is incorrect. This is unjust. The only one. In fact, I think I deserve credit for helping your reputation with Gen Z. Who else was really saying this? I love Aiden, and I think you've been disrespectful to Aiden as well, but a lot of people were quiet. A lot of people didn't say a word because they didn't want to risk their reputation in case that you were actually guilty. But I was there. And then the first time you say anything is, you're gay, I stopped talking to you for a reason. People see through this. People see through this. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother my community, the audience, but people are going to see through this, and it's going to damage your reputation as the beacon of truth, the beacon of masculinity. You're like, what? Wait, what about brotherhood? What about loyalty? What about truth? What did Sneako even say to make you this upset? What did Sneako say to trigger you to diss him publicly and then make a whole stream correcting him and threatening to, saying you want to fight, saying you want to end my career, to be boastful and prideful? In fact, the arrogance that everybody is seeing from this is proof that maybe people are going to start looking in different directions. If you want to keep the brand of Top G, you cannot hold on to this arrogance and pride that you so clearly have. And I'm not saying this is disrespect, but it's become evident to a lot of people. Because real masculinity is not being boastful. Real masculinity is not being prideful. Real masculinity is not flashiness and cars and look how strong and rich I am. Money does not make your masculinity. In fact, it's the opposite. Being humble, being respectful, being generous, being kind. All these attributes that you don't really speak about it. That you do touch on them sometimes, but that's what really makes a real man. Respect, truth, kindness, generosity, this stuff. Not flashy, strong, shirt off, all this. I get that it's provocative for the stream and it brings people in. And one thing I hear you say all the time, Andrew, is that young people need an action movie star to look up to. I need to be the top G. I'm a symbol for the young generation with this. But what they also need is somebody to look up to who's not arrogant, who's not prideful about this, who's willing to admit when they're wrong.
Then let's go to your boy Andrew Tate, who is being called out by his boyfriend Sneako.
No, Sneako, that's not what happened. You did not give a fair criticism based on Islam. Firstly, it is not your job in Islam to criticize anybody. That's the first thing. Second thing, you questioned my faith and called me a Jew. So you were responded to in kind. You cannot be a passive-aggressive little girl. I understand you're young. But if you talk that way to people, you're going to be responded to a certain way. And you do it all the time. It's not just me. It's just who you are. You're very, like, smarmy, snarky. That's who you are. That's fine. But you deserved it. And you got brutally wrecked because you deserved it. Because you can't call me a Jew. And also, just because you've been Saudi and I've been trapped on house arrest, you don't get to be a better Muslim than me and tell me how the world works either, friend. Right? So, no hard feelings, but you fucking deserved it. Right? If you said it in person, I would have knocked your ass out. And I would have helped you get up afterwards and said, sorry, sir, I had to break your jaw. Sometimes things just have to happen. You know? I know you think you're a tough guy because Strickland couldn't finish you. I'll finish you. Don't worry about that. I'm built different.
And then last but not least, here's Myron.
Obviously, I'm friends with both guys. I like both guys a lot. They're good friends of mine. Both stand-up men. I am going to try to talk to them behind the scenes because I think that we're stronger together than we are apart. You know, there's really no reason for them to be arguing. I mean, they exercise the same D, and I think maybe it's just a misunderstanding. And I'm just going to talk to them on the side, man, both of them, and hopefully we can iron this thing out because I think we all stand for the same values, you know, freedom of speech, loving our country, you know, obviously positive masculinity, protecting and providing for women, right? Not being a piece of shit scumbag, not being a loser, right? Going to the gym, taking care of yourself. We all have the same values, man. So there shouldn't be any fighting, right? We already get attacked enough by all these people on the internet that sit there and say, oh, look at these toxic alpha males. We already get attacked enough by these weirdos, man. So the last thing we need is infighting because that's what they want. That's exactly what they want is infighting. So I'm going to talk to them on the side, man, and try to quell this. I don't think it's that serious. You know, I don't think, you know, Andrew or Sneako hate each other. I think maybe there's just a slight disagreement and we can quickly, you know, fix this up because both guys are upstanding, great individuals. I know both personally, talk to both personally, so we can, you know, come to a peaceful resolution here. So I'm definitely gonna reach out because I don't like seeing my friends fight at all, especially when we get persecuted enough by all the other normies out there that got something negative to say about us, that always got something smart to say.
Of all people, the guy who has ruined his life, his career, income, you have this no-talented grifter who now wants to play, what do you want to call it, a role model? He wants to be a guy that comes in and, you know, he wants to smooth things out. He wants to be the guy that comes in and, hey guys, we all need to squash the beef. Let's listen to this crap. So look at Myron. He wants to be the guy who is, you know, he wants to smooth everything out. Give him a round of applause. That's great because all of them, you know, as he puts it, we all have the same ideas. We have the same goals. So we shouldn't have any reason to argue except for all of you are beta males, really, right? And the reality is you're in this for the wrong reason. Guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Sweetie Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junker. I appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.